Serving the public at its optimum capacity, as well as the giving of what are due for the teachers, are only some of the school's best practices, which makes its reckoning brand today. All of these were made possible by the strategic management of the school administrator in the person of Mrs. Paz Ocampo Dula. Gone are the days where the newly hired teachers of Mambajo National High School would have to wait for how many months to receive their salaries. Some of the techniques employed by the school to ensure the early release of the salaries of the newly hired teachers are the following. On the first day of service of the newly hired teachers, the school really find time to give a sort of an orientation relative to the school's rules and regulations, without putting into oblivion the importance on the proper way in filling up of documents, such that of the daily time record, which is one of the inclusions for salary claim. Aside from the daily time record, the following documents are also needed for the same purpose: appointment, advice order, certification of first day of service, sworn statement of assets, liabilities, and net worth, panunumpa ng katungkulan, and tax identification number. It is a fact that the tax identification number is a prerequisite in the opening of the ATM account, and we all come to know that it took for quite some time to obtain the TIN in ordinary schedule. In this case, the school find means and ways in order to address this problem, and this is how the school managed to handle this concern. By way of the initiative of the ever-active school principal of Mambajo National High School, the school requested personnel from the Bureau of Internal Revenue to make all transactions easier and faster, taking into account his fare and other expenses related to the processing and issuance of the TIN. This particular strategy is a considerable manifestation, especially that it minimizes the disruption of classes by those newly hired teachers who would be undergoing this process. As these teachers waited for the processing of some of the required documents, they were advised to apply for a salary loan from the DepEd Provident Fund not to exceed in the amount of 15,000 pesos, so that they will not be compelled to go for the loan sharks. Another remarkable technique that was used by the school is the early preparation of the payroll by the bookkeeper. Before the end of the month, the payroll is already made available to make the processing of salary faster and more efficient. To follow is another strategy. The school had assigned a faculty who will take charge in gaining possession of all necessary documents for salary processing, and finally hand it over to the bookkeeper for the final touches. Indeed, this is a simple manifestation made by the school. However, it had contributed a great impact as to the attainment of the school's principle, that is, providing a quality service to every individual in the school and in the community.